Question: if these people were the original people of the Americas, why didn't the United States government feel the need to take their last name, take their heritage, take their culture, make sure they couldn't speak their language?
The children will come home and say, we cannot speak the code, it's against the law. They say that it's Satan's language. You know, it's language of the unseen, the bad side. We cannot speak it.
We weren't allowed to talk our language, so that most of us forgot our language, you know, because I could talk fluent Dakota. But over the years, I start losing it because we only could talk English.
If you said something to another student, you get your hands slapped with a ruler.
In those days, you were punished with a strap. They had a strap that they strap you with. And then they'd make you kneel in the hall, and boy, your knees got sore. You know, you got punished maybe for 2 weeks or 3 weeks at a time.
And I think a lot of those people that went through the boarding schools and suffered and to great amounts have lost their spirit. And that's what they say, they gotta find their spirit in order to heal.
I know when I went to school there, like, they took everything away from me, my language first, and then the white man's ways was pounded into me, But when I got out of school, like, you know, it wasn't my roots,
And I even wake up crying. As old as I am, I'm in my 70s, I even wake up crying sometimes because I'm dreaming I'm being taken back to the Indian school, you know? We dreaded it, but we had to go.
Like what they took away is a way of life, a way of spiritual strength, something that should be left untouched.
Why didn't they constantly make them look like the villains on all their movies and all their media? You know, it just don't make sense. They felt the need to do all that to us, but not to them.
The Native American Removal Act, passed by the United States Congress in 1830, was aimed at the relocation of indigenous peoples from southeastern parts of the country to lands west of the Mississippi River. The act was a response to the growing number of settlers who sought to expand into the lands occupied by Native Americans. The act authorized the U.S. president to negotiate treaties with tribes in the southeast to trade their lands for lands in the west. The relocation process, known as the Trail of Tears, resulted in the forced relocation of thousands of Native Americans, many of whom died from exposure, disease, and starvation. The act caused widespread suffering and loss of life among the indigenous populations, who were forcibly removed from their ancestral lands and required to make a difficult journey to the west. The relocation process was brutal, with many Native Americans losing their homes, possessions, and loved ones along the way.
Take mother away from daughter, take father away from son. Why didn't they feel the need to do any of the things that they did to us?
The impact of the Native American Removal Act was long-lasting and far-reaching. The loss of land and resources caused widespread poverty and unemployment among Native American communities, and many lost touch with their cultural traditions and history. The act is widely considered one of the most inhumane actions taken by the U.S. government against its indigenous peoples and is remembered as a dark chapter in American history.
It seems like it's somebody else who they really want to keep from connecting to this land, and it's not these people.